Shall we have a serious conversation about single member LLC business loans for massive amounts? I think we should. So in today's conversation, what I want to share with you, I want to share with you 5 steps to getting approved, come rain or shine. Of course, we're speaking about single member LLC business loans for massive amounts. Don't you go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation, I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about single member LLC business loans for a massive amount, and I want to share with you 5 steps to getting approved, come rain or shine. First thing first, let me give you an overview. You need to understand what a single member LLC is as well as its implications. Okay, so when we talk about single member LLC, it's very simple. In other words, you are a single owner, so there's only one person in the LLC. It's kind of similar to a sole proprietorship in terms of tax implications. The only difference is that you are recognized as a separate entity. In other words, you are going to you can actually open a business bank account, you can open a business checking account and whatnot. Okay, so there are some advantages to having a single member LLC. In other words, this can be a good choice for medium or higher risk businesses and for owners with significant personal assets they want to protect. So if you are trying to cover your ass tax wise and also financial legally from a legal perspective, it's good to have a single member LLC. An LLC, when you think about it, is a legal entity that is separate from the owner in the eyes of the law. Okay, that means that your LLC is held accountable for its action when entering into agreements or contracts, acquiring debts, or otherwise taking on business obligation. Okay, and starting an LLC may help a new business establish credibility more so than if the business is operating as a sole proprietorship. Okay, so LLC typically do not pay taxes at the business entity level. So any business income or loss is passed through to the owners and reported on personal income tax returns. So any tax due is paid at the individual level. So those are for the benefits. Okay. Now, what about the drawbacks? Well, you have your LLC names must include LLC. Okay. And you have other rules and regulations that are associated with naming your single member LLC, depending on your state. And depending on the state, you may also need to file with the county, in addition to publishing notice of your LLC formation in a local newspaper. Okay. And in most states, you also be required to complete periodic filings, such as those for annual or biennial reports, and pay franchise taxes. So those are, I just want to give you an idea of what we talk about when we talk about single member LLC. Big decision time, boss. So are you currently a single member LLC, or are you thinking about forming one? This is very important. If you currently are one, are you compliant? Do you have a registered service? Do you have a registered agent? Okay. And if you're thinking about forming one, have you taken the steps already to actually have all the paperwork ready? Talk to me about that. Now, I want to talk to you about you need to have a legit business. So that's the first thing. I promise you 5, right? I promise you 5 steps to getting approved, come rain or shine. The first step is making sure your business is legitimate. This is very important. What am I talking about? What does it really mean to legitimize your business? Well, you have to choose a business name. You have to choose your business address. You need to get a business phone number. You need to create your business entity. Okay, and in this case, we are speaking about single member LLC, so it has to be an LLC, a limited liability company. But that's not the only thing. I mean, that's not the only legal structure for business. You can choose to have an S corp or a C corp. Okay, you can choose to have a multi-member LLC, but it's very important. It's part of legitimizing your business. Okay, the whole thing is that, and this is really important because people walk around the neighborhood and they talk about, I have an LLC. And the first thing, Next time you see someone talking about having a business, I want you to ask them a very simple question. Can I see a business card? You'll be amazed how a lot of them have no business card. And the second thing you ask them is, what is your website? Because a legit business must have a website. A legit business must have a business card. So when you walk around and you're trying to network, because all of those things are lending credibility or adding legitimacy to your business, okay? You want to register your business name. You want to get business licenses and permits. Very important. Depending on the industry you're in, you might need federal or state or even county licenses and permits. Try to get an employer identification number, boss. An EIN. This is actually your federal tax identification number. Very important. Trying to open a business bank account. Okay. So I'm just giving you a series of things you have to do to make sure that your business is legit. You want to get a business credit card if you can. Okay. You want to set up your books. We're talking here about financial reporting. We're talking about accounting. Okay. And get a DUNS number if you can. Okay, so this is a number that you will be used to identify your business in the Dun & Bradstreet Commercial Credit Database. Is very important. Okay, DNB is the first business credit bureau. Okay, yeah, and you want to start thinking about establishing business credit, create a website, register your business with online services, and get insurance. So here you have it. You have a constellation of things that are making your business legit, and that's what I care about. If you don't have none of those right now, I give you a long list. You don't have to do all 15 of them. If you can do 3, 4, 5, okay, that's fine. I mean, you can start working from home. But when you work from home, make sure that your business address is not the same as your home address. You want to subscribe to a virtual address, okay, so that you are segregating your home address from your business addresses, from your business's address. The second thing I want you to really pay attention to, if you want to be qualified for this loan, come rain or shine, is your personal FICO. Okay? Don't you just walk around telling everybody, hey, I'm a boss. I own my own LLC. Whatever. And you have a 350 or 400 FICO score. What's up with that? Cuz, uncle. Hey, uncle. I'm talking to you. You just walk around the neighborhood trying to razzle dazzle people about your single member LLC. You know, you are doing business, you are earning paper. You tell everybody, hey, listen, I'm earning paper. But what is your FICO score? Let's talk about that. What are you doing to improve your FICO score? Talk to me about that. And don't you try to razzle dazzle. I'm tired of your ass trying to always giving me excuses. Yeah, you know, blah, 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 blah. Hey, be a man. Or be a woman. I want you to be an adult right now and talk to me about your FICO score. What are you doing about it? First of all, you have to monitor your FICO score. There are a lot of places where you can get your FICO score for free. You know, you have your bank, your credit union. If you have, you can go to a Credit Karma, you can go to NerdWallet, you can go to Wallet Hub, you can go to annualcreditreport.com. And you have to start thinking about what the derogatory items are in your credit report. Grandpa, hey, look at here. I'm talking to you. Okay? Don't you look around and just trying to ignore me. Listen, hey, if you hate my ass, you can hate my ass you want. But the thing here is I want you to walk out of this show and start thinking about your personal FICO score. If you want to get the single member LLC for a large loan amount, come rain or shine, you need to work on your personal FICO score. The bottom line is, you can actually just, the funny thing is, you can even throw a hot Tabasco sauce at me. I don't care. By the way, I love Tabasco sauce anyway. So the bottom line is what? You want to actually be in a position where you are identifying if there are some inaccurate items in your FICO score, and you take action. You can dispute the letter. You can file dispute letters. Okay, you can actually find out who is putting that wrong info in your credit report. All that kind of stuff. Okay, I mean, everybody understand when we talk about FICO score, we are speaking about 300 to 579 being poor credit, right? 580 to 669 being fair, 670 to 739 good, 740 to 799 very good, and 800 to 850 exceptional. Boss, hey boss, What is your credit score? When was the last time you checked your credit score, for that matter? Talk to me about that. When was the last time you checked your credit score? Do you know your credit score from Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion? Talk to me about that. You gotta talk to me about that, and you need to have a clear idea how your FICO score is calculated. Because if your FICO score is low right now, you want to identify what's really not working. Okay, your payment history accounts for 35%. The amount owed 30%, length of credit history 50%, new credit 10%, credit mix 10%. So you have to think about how to increase your FICO score over time. The third thing you want to pay attention to is your financials. Boss, we're still having a conversation about single member LLC business loan for large amounts, for massive amounts. You want to prepare solid financials for your LLC, for your single member LLC. Okay, I'm talking about solid financials. I'm not talking to you about some kind of have a lazy ass, cheap ass financial statements. You just sometimes people actually download templates from the internet and they're trying to build financial statements or business plan or whatnot. I don't want no cheap ass report from you. I want a solid financial statements. Something that you can download from an accounting software tool. QuickBooks, Xero, Expensify, Wave. Talk to me about those things. Or if you have no idea, and you probably have no idea what the U.S. GAAP is, what U.S. GAAP are, or FASB, what the FASB is. Okay, U.S. GAAP stands for United States Generally Accepted Accounting Principles. FASB is the Financial Accounting Standard Board. So those are institutions and guidelines that actually talk to you about how you can format financial statements in the United States. My thing is you don't have to have expertise in that field, but you need to, your obligation is to hire the right person, a local CPA or senior accountant, to prepare financial statements for you. That's your responsibility. How are you trying to get a $50,000 or $100,000 loan if your cheap ass is greedy enough not to spend $100 or $200 in hiring the right person to prepare a financial statement for you? Let's talk about that. That's the thing. A lot of folks just sit around and they're just trying to have a shortcut. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna patch it up. I'm gonna do this. Blah 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 blah. They go on the internet. They download like some cheap ass templates, and they're just trying to put numbers in there, but they have no idea what they're working on. So when I'm talking about financial statements, I'm speaking about balance sheet. This is where you put your assets, liabilities, and your owner's equity. I'm talking about your income statements. This is where you put your revenue, expenses, and income or loss for a period. I'm talking to you about a statement of cash flows. Okay, this is where you actually put your cash inflows and you actually report your cash inflows and cash outflows. We are speaking about cash flows from operating activities, investing activities, and financing activities. Okay, so you got to include all those in your financial statement. What should you include in the financial statements? Well, your assets, your equity, your expenses, your gains. But I don't want to go in detail here because this is not a course about accounting. If you want it, ask any questions. We'll answer you. Okay, and you want to have a financial plan for your business. You don't have to do it yourself. Again, boss, I'm just telling you here. Just hire the right mind to help you out. Very important. I want to talk to you now about bank NPR. Oh boy. Very important. You need to establish a solid relationship with the financial institution you currently bank at. Oh, this is important. I can see people's face like, oh, what is he talking about? What is he talking about? I really need to establish what kind of relationship banking. Well, you have to establish some kind of relationship with the bank you're currently at. If you want to get a single member LLC business loan with a large amount, why are you with Chase and you're trying to get a loan at Navy Fed? Why are you with PenFed doesn't do business loan? Why are you with PenFed? Why are you with Navy Fed rather? And you're trying to get a business loan from Wells Fargo? What's up with that? You want to start where they know you. You want to start where they know your ass. They've seen your cash flows, your cash outflows, and cash inflows over many years. They have a clear idea that you are making paper. You are earning some cash, some serious cash. Okay, and that's what I talk about when I talk about relationship banking. Relationship banking is a really important concept because basically you move beyond transactional banking. Okay, and you are getting to another context, another ecosystem, because you get more. Okay, and the thing here is that you have many benefits. When we talk about relationship banking, you have many benefits. You have services and solutions. In other words, the bank is paying attention to you. Oh yeah, you are becoming the prize. That's just wonderful, right? They're taking care of your business needs, your business needs. If you have any question, they'll take care of you. Okay, they might issue a business credit card and whatnot. They can offer you strategic advice. Okay, they can help you with goal setting and investments. They can help you with transition planning, wealth management. What I'm trying to say here is that bankers are good people. Okay, been there, done that. Been one. I'm still one, by the way. But our team comprises bankers. We are good people. The thing is, you have to know how the bank operates. You need to know how credit works. Credit is a game. So you want to consider your banker your partner. Okay, so you want to think about your banks as a center of influence. Banks know a lot of people. Banks know a lot of people. By their very nature, they know a lot of people. So banks can help you a lot in terms of your networking. Okay, so you want to build a relationship with your bank. It takes time, though. Don't get me wrong. It doesn't happen overnight, whatever. But nothing good happens overnight, by the way. Okay, that's what my old folks used to say back in Georgia. But the whole thing here is that you want to actually be in a situation where you are taking the first step today, not tomorrow, today. You walk into your branch, your nearest branch, and you start having conversation. You start opening a checking account, a savings account, an IRA, a CD, an MMA, a money market account, and start thinking about how the bank can help you, can help your single member LLC move forward and get a large business loan. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation about single member LLC business loan. Okay, for a large amounts, we're not looking for tiny ass amounts. We are looking for big amounts. Okay, I'm talking 5 digits, not 4 digits. What are you gonna do with 4 digits anyway? Okay, so, and I'm sharing with you a few hacks that you need to implement today. Okay, and number 5, you want to think about the requirements. You need to make sure you qualify for the business loan requirements. Okay, so what are those requirements? They will ask you for your personal and business credit scores. So your personal FICO, I already spoke about that. For your business credit score, if you have a Paydex score, that's fine. That's really great. If you have an Experian business credit score, that's also great. If you have an Equifax business credit score, that's also really great. And other requirements include your annual revenue. Okay, so you want to have a clear idea of what your revenue is. That's when I was talking to you earlier about your financial statements. If you are not able to prepare accurate financial statements, you will never have a clear idea about your annual revenue. Okay, they will ask you for years in business. This is something that you need to make sure that you qualify for. But everything starts with talking with your bank, because the bank might actually waive that requirement. If they've known you for a while, you know what? If they've known you if you have been with them for 10 years or 15 years, and they're asking your single member LLC to have at least 2 years operational history, they might waive this for you. This is why it's really important to apply at a branch. Okay, they might ask you, they might have some requirements for the business industry and size, really important. They might want you to have a business plan and a loan proposal. Okay, you might want you to talk about collateral or personal guarantee in some cases. Okay, the whole idea in today's conversation is to fight for an unsecured loan. But in some cases, the bank might say, listen, we want you to pledge collateral. Then this could be business collateral. So business collateral could be any asset such as equipment, real estate, or inventory that can be seized and sold by the lender if you can't make your payments. Okay, it's really a way for lenders to recover their money if your business fails. And also they might ask you for some business and financial documentation. So boss, decision time, big decision time. Are you clear on the requirements of the loan, the business loan that you are going to apply for? Are you clear about that? Or are things still fuzzy in your mind? Well, if they are, then you want to take the action today to clarify things. Before I close today's conversation, let me give you a few pro tips. And these tips will help you a lot in terms of making the right decision and trying to have some clarity into a business credit game that's not always clear. Okay, you always want to apply at a branch if you are applying at a bank or credit union. If it's an online lender or a bank credit union that's out of state, you want to make sure that you talk extensively with the customer rep before applying. Very important. Okay, and the whole thing is that when you apply at a branch, you can check whether you qualify for the bank loan or the credit union loan. Okay, we are speaking about business loan though. Okay, and you're able also to compare rates on the loans. In other words, they will give you a certain APR. You come home and you go online and you can use. There are a lot of comparative sites. You can you plug in your numbers and you'll see if the loan that you are going to get from your bank is competitive or not in terms of APR. Okay, and you always want to submit your application for a bank loan on the phone or at a branch. If they don't have it, then do it online. It's fine. But basically, this is not our preference. Okay, and they will ask you for a lot of information. You wanted to provide anything they ask you. Everything from personal details to information about your business's monthly expenses. Okay, and please review the loan agreements. Anytime you sign a loan, whether it is a business loan or a personal loan, you always want to review the loan agreements and receive the funds. Okay, so normally if you do everything right, a business loan for a single member LLC, if you have the right relationship with the institution where you apply from, it can take 2 to 3 days. I'm talking about underwriting to closing to application and everything. Maximum 72 hours. If you do things right, if you provide all the documentation they're asking you, if they're asking you for your business tax returns, your personal tax returns, they're asking you for your bank statements, your anything they're asking you, you got to be very, very, very proactive and answer ASAP. If you can do that, you're good to go. Okay, and the bottom line here is what? The bottom line is you want to be in a position where you are always one step ahead of the lender. In other words, you have done your homework. You're pretty comfortable of what the questions they're going to ask you, and you are ready to give the answers they want to hear. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about single member LLC business loan for a massive amount. 5 steps to getting approved, come rain or shine. So I just started today's conversation by giving you an overview, helping you understand what a single member LLC is, as well as its implications legally and tax-wise. So now here are the 5 steps. Legitimacy, personal FICO, your financials, bank MPR, and the requirements. And then I close today's conversation with a few pro tips that will help you get the loan that you need and deserve. Thank you so much for your attention. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.